How's it going, y'all? It's been like a year since I uploaded my last video. So I have a little treat for you guys. I am going to be, tomorrow, flying down to Mississippi from northern Indiana. And I have bought, sight unseen, a 1983 Mercedes-Benz 300D. And I'm going to drive it all the way back up here, which equates to like 11 hours. Yeah, and we're going to see what happens. So I decided to let the red 1980 Benz go. Early last winter, I had to swap the engine out in it, and laying around, I had a non-turboed OM617 engine, and between that and just the rust that was taken over that car, I mean, and the rust is one thing, I can deal with that, but going from 125 horsepower down to 80 horsepower, no fun turbo noises. That car just wasn't the same after that. So I let it go to a good old buddy of mine. He just needed a reliable car to get back and forth to work. I was like, oh yeah, I'll sell it. And I started looking down south. I really wanted to get a rust-free 300D. And I found this one. Air conditioning works, supposedly. Sunroof works. It's still got the original Becker Europa radio in it. Rust free. Oh, I lied. He found one little bitty rust spot, like literally this big, in the wheel arch in the back. Pretty common spot for those to go, but still very much repairable. He actually lowered the price down for me for that, so yeah. Pretty happy about it. Here's a couple pictures of it now. Finally got to the airport after some delays. So now I'm just waiting. We're going to be flying into Dallas, Fort Worth, and then from there on to Mississippi. Never have flown solo before, so this will be interesting. Just touched down in Dallas. I'm waiting on my tram ride to get to the gate that I need, and then we'll be taking off into Mississippi from here. Oh, here we go. Some Panda Express, some Wendy's. I think I'm gonna get something to eat. No joke, guys. No joke. Wait, about 4:30 now, and he said he's not going to be able to get here till about 5:30. Beggars can't be choosers. Guy's literally meeting me at the airport with the car, so yeah, I really hope this thing is as good as it seems it is. It would really suck to have been flying for a whole day and then maybe let the thing just be a piece of junk, but oh yeah, now I wait, and yeah, we'll get to the meat of this video. This has been a whole bunch of potatoes so far. As I sat here, you got one horsefly, one horsefly that's falling over here, two horseflies. There's horseflies all over out here. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Here she comes. Alrighty, here she is. Looks great. No rust. But this guy did not tell me about, and I'm a little bit upset by that. First of all is that the odometer does not work. I asked, and I'll put a picture of the screenshot. I said, are there any issues at all with this other than what you listed in the ad? Nope, just what was listed in the ad. So that's a little bit disheartening. The steering's a little bit loose on it. There's a little bit of play in the tie rods. And then, the most disappointing part. His axle boots are, yeah, there ain't nothing there left. All the grease is out of them. Other one's about the same way. So, that's nice. We're going to see if these axle shafts hold up 10.5 hours home. Oh yeah. I might actually, while I'm here, I stopped at O'Reilly's. I might get some duct tape and a tube of grease and just see if I can't put grease in there and try to tape the boots together and see if they hold up. I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty, so the greasing and taping of the CV axles really didn't work out too well. Yeah, that tape just does not want to stick to those greasy old CV boots. I'm just going to risk it. We're gonna see what happens. I am on my way to Nashville. I think I already said, but yeah, I got a good old buddy who lives up there, and he said that I could crash there for the night. So far, our temperature's staying all right. Air conditioner is so-so, and yeah, riding along all right. No funny noises from the rear axles. So I just really praying that those hold up. That's pretty disappointing, but we'll just have to see what happens. I'm just kind of taking her easy, 60 miles an hour. So I'll give you guys an update here in a while. It's taken me on a really backwoods way up to Nashville. Nothing but woods and Baptist churches. But still got 3.5 hours to go. The CV axles aren't making any noise. That's good. Those are making me a little bit nervous, though. I think I'm gonna get a hold of that guy later tonight, and I don't know. I just feel kind of like I was a little bit wrong, because like I said, I asked him if there was any other issues with this other than the tachometer not working and the paint flaking, stuff that was listed in the ad. And said, nope, nothing other than that is wrong with it. And, like, how do you not notice your odometer not working for all the time that you've had it? And oh yeah, but we're just gonna keep on trucking and see what happens. Alrighty guys, we are taping the CV boots in the Dollar General parking lot. About 30 miles after that last clip, they started knocking. So bought some duct tape and zip ties, and yeah, we're going to try and make this work. Well, we are back on the road. GPS decided to take me down this spooky 2-lane state road running through some national park, I don't even know. But I am in Tennessee now. And you can hear we're still knocking. So, got 2 hours left to go. Hopefully it holds up until I get to my buddy Jacob's house. Oh, guys, we're less than an hour away from Jacob's house. Less than 1 hour. We're still carrying on a bit underneath. It's intermittent though. Sometimes it's doing it, sometimes it's not. It almost sounds like, I don't know, maybe I'm just sleep deprived and delirious, but it almost sounds like some carrier bearing noise too. So if so, that'll just be great. But Jacob said there's some pick apart yards nearby him. So I think tomorrow morning we're gonna check that out and see if we can't find one of these with halfway decent axles, and yeah, try and get this thing patched up a little better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out and stretching. It's been such a long day. It's already going on 1 o'clock in the morning. So but yeah, I will let you guys know when I get there, and yeah, tomorrow will be a new day. Alright, sorry for not wrapping up the video last night. It was after 1 o'clock when I got here. I've been up since 6 the morning before, and yeah, it was a bit harrowing driving it, not gonna lie. And I was just tired, but I got to my buddy's Jacob's house, and he owns a auto repair shop. So here in a little bit we're gonna go over there and get this thing up in the air. I put some feelers out online to see if there's anyone in the area who would have used or new any axles, because these axles are very difficult to get a hold. Well, not difficult, but you gotta order them online. No parts stores carry them around here. So yeah, we're gonna get up in the air, try and take care of that. And then also, I did get in contact with the seller, and kind of told him what was going on, and he ended up refunding a nice little chunk of money that I had paid for this. So, I don't think I don't know if he knew. It doesn't really matter, but he did stand by his word and refunded more than enough to get those axles replaced. And so yeah, so we're getting a lot of crunchy, knocking, angry noises coming from this passenger rear side. I think that's our worst axle. The driver's side only has one busted boot on it. You can see my lovely homemade duct tape boots. And surprisingly, they really didn't spray out any grease or anything like that. Well, I guess that one did. Yeah, that definitely sprayed some grease out. That might be where all my fun noises were coming from. But so you had to replace those axles. You got to drop the front drive shaft, and then the oh wait, no. Okay, no, I lied. You don't have to drop the front drive shaft, but you do need to remove the mount, the differential mount, and then that front cover will come off. There's two C-clips in there that kind of hold the axles into the differential housing. Placed a set of those before. They're really not bad, especially if you have a lift. So yeah, it's gonna be probably our next step is try and do something with these axles, because I still got 4.5 hours drive to Terre Haute, meeting the wife at her mom's, and then another 3 hours to get home from there. So I don't really trust this setup the way it is. Alrighty, so we've called every part store and pick a part in Nashville, and nobody has these axles. So we're on our way over to Jacob's shop right now. It's him up there in the Chevy truck. And we're just going to try and do our best to patch this up as best we can and say a prayer that we can get back to Indiana. I'll tell you what, the hospitality of folks down here is something else. Jacob online for a few years, but I've never actually met him until today, and him and his wife took me into their home, and I got there to a freshly smoked steak and mac and cheese last night for dinner, and yeah, it's great having good friends all over the place. As I didn't know him, I would be royally screwed right now. So, but yeah, we're gonna take it into the shop and yeah, just do our best. Alrighty, we're here at the Lowe's, and we're gonna get some supplies to kind of make what I did last night better. I was only working with what I had at the Dollar General. They have the electrical tape with all the rest of the tape, but I guess not. So I'm looking for electrical now. Maybe it's there. Oh, well, they gotta lay stuff out like this at Lowe's. Alright, got electric tape and worm clamps, and getting ready to check out. Alrighty, so here's what we're doing. So basically going to do kind of what we did last night, but with better tools and kind of a better method. So these are like some insanely thick contractor trash bags. And they're very, it's hard to see on camera, but I mean, they're insanely thick. So I'm going to cut out a rectangle of this, fill up the boot full of grease first, put this over the boot, zip tie that on. Then I'm going to go over that with electrical tape, like a roll per boot. And then over that, I'm going to go with Gorilla Tape over that. And then I'm going to use band clamps to tighten that down on there. And hopefully get us back home that way. Okay, so here's stage one of our axle wrap. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, but I just have a couple layers of this bag wrapped around the boot. I fill the boot all full of grease. And I just put a zip tie on either end. So that's going to be our base layer. Alrighty, here's, oh my gosh, it looks so bad. That is our almost 3/4 of a roll of electrical tape. They only had white there at Lowe's, so yeah, that's already real nice thick coating there, and then we're going to top it off with the Gorilla Tape. Right, and there's our very unphotogenic finished product. I just got to do that 3 more times. Alrighty, we are on our way up to Terre Haute. My wife and my 2 youngest sons, they went down and spent time with my mother-in-law while I was down doing this. So I'm gonna drive up there and meet them there. Get stuck in some good old I-65 construction traffic, but it's not too hot out now, and just enjoying the ride. Got 4.5 hours to go. Guys, we are officially 2 hours in and no knocking in the CV axles. So, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I took a video of what those actually look like. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Like I said, if I didn't know Jacob, then yeah, I would not be this far north as I am right now. But yeah, I've got almost 3 hours left to go, a little less than 3 hours. So up in Kentucky right now and just cruising. We're doing all right, cruising about 70 miles an hour. Has a slight little vibration from the back end, but the CV axles are shot, so you're gonna have that, but at least they're staying lubricated. We're not slinging all the grease out, and yeah, we're almost there. Just need to make it a little longer, but I'm pretty confident so far since we did that. I mean, oh my gosh, we put so much tape on those boots. I figure here soon I need to stop and make a pit stop, use the restroom, and I'll take a peek at them. But so far, I think we're going to be all right. 2.5 hours left to go, guys. 2.5 hours. Still no knocking from the CV axles. We're cooking. We're making hella good time. I'm pumped. run Terre Haute. I'm still feeling pretty confident. No noise from the back end whatsoever. Things are going all right. I was pretty pessimistic last night, and I think I kind of tell my mood last night versus today. I don't mind that I'm wearing the same shirt. I had to use my only other clean one that I brought, which is just a work t-shirt, but I had to use it as a grease rag because I was shoveling grease into CV boots with my fingers. So, and I didn't have any shop towels at Dollar General. Could have gone in and bought some paper towels, but I just didn't think about that at the time. But yeah, almost there. I think I would call this the halfway home stretch. So I am excited for my wife Julie to see this car. Oh man, she was so upset last night when like I called her and told her I was damn near stranded in some little no-name town in Mississippi, and oh my gosh, she was so upset. She was like, "Give me that guy's number. I'm gonna call him and give him peace of my mind." And I was like, "Nah, it's all good. I'm actually really happy now that I bought this car. Just, I mean, rust-wise, it's pretty much immaculate. I'd call it like 99.5% rust-free. And I'll when I get back home, I'll show you guys exactly just the tiny little bit of rust that's on it. And then. But yeah, I mean, so this actually has a straight pipe exhaust on it. And I don't understand how, but I mean, when I have the windows up and everything, I only hear like the engine noise coming from the front. Like I've never had such a tight exhaust on one of these before. Both the gray one and the red one, the exhausts were all hacked up, and oh, it was so bad. But this guy, he actually took it to an exhaust shop, had pipe bent, it's all welded, and so I mean, it sounds pretty good from the back. Probably gonna put a cold air intake on it, or hot air intake, whatever you want to call it, but just a cone filter. Just I know it doesn't really do much as far as performance gains, but it makes fun turbo noises when you do that. So I think I still have that intake I had on the red car somewhere, probably out in the weeds somewhere at my place. So I'm gonna try and find that and slap it on there. But yeah, looking good so far, guys. Looking pretty good.
Your eyes lift your tender, take me home to the place I belong.
Hey guys, just made a stop over by Oakland City here in Indiana, and we're gonna take a little gander underneath and see what those CVXs look like. It looks like we got a little bit of tearing on that one. Not too bad, slinging a little bit of grease. And we're still pretty good over here. Doesn't look like any tearing on that one, so I think we'll be good to get the last little leg home. We are less than than an hour away from my mother-in-law's in Terre Haute. I got a little. I was worried about running the air conditioner in this. Like I threw a little bit of R134A in it there in Mississippi when I first picked it up. But yeah, I was just kind of like downhearted about the whole CP axle thing. It was knocking, so I was like, I'm not gonna work this car any harder than it needs to. But about an hour and a half ago, I was like, you know what? It's hot as all get out. I have more choice words for that, but I'm not going to use them. This is a family-friendly video. But yeah, so I turned on the AC, and it doesn't freeze you out, but it does all right. Actually, look at this. It's actually fogging up a bit there underneath where the dash vents are, and it's actually staying quite comfortable in here. It takes a few minutes for it to start getting going. I could probably I'm not gonna add more refrigerant to it. I have it up at like 40 pounds right now, and that was on a 90-some degree day yesterday, so it still needs a little bit more, but I was going to have it evacuated and new oil put in it, all that good stuff. Guys, this overhead light just decided to start working, so that's pretty great. I am less than 5 minutes away now from my mother-in-law's house, and my wife is going to see the car for the first time. I tell you what, fellers, any of the men watching this video, I haven't been married that long, but find you a woman who she doesn't have to understand. If you like doing stuff like I do, she doesn't have to understand all of it, but she found this car for me. She spent an entire afternoon scouring Facebook Marketplace looking for cars all over the country and sending me ones that she thought I might like. But now she told me, baby, just go and get this car, and you deserve it. You work hard. You deserve something you like. And she don't understand it. God bless her. She just sees an old car that always has, little things wrong with it. It's a constant project, but she supports me doing this, and that's the kind of girl you need to be dating and get married to. You gotta, if you're dating someone and they're just constantly nagging at you for doing stuff that you like, that's not someone you want to spend your rest of your life with, and you're just gonna be miserable for the rest of your life. So that's just my word of advice in my whopping 30 years of existence. But yeah, I'm excited to see what she thinks of the car now that it's working well enough and she can actually see it. So it's pretty dark, so she's not gonna be able to get a great look at it, but she's literally waiting out on the front porch for me. So alrighty, guys, I'll be back with you in a minute. Alrighty, we are here. Now, I don't know what they put in the roads on Kentucky, but there was like a little rain shower, and I got a little bit of road spray on my windshield, and I'm sure you've seen it in other clips, but holy hell. Oh, there's my wife. Oh, you can't. There she is. Alright, we're here, everyone. We're here. Letting the wife drive the old car.
Everyone gone.
And my brother-in-law and future sister-in-law back there, and we're taking a little cruise around the block. Alrighty, y'all. It is Saturday morning, and I am heading back up north from Terre Haute now. The last 3-hour journey home. The last 3-hour leg home. But I don't know how, but I drove 275 miles yesterday, and just topped off the diesel tank. I only used 9 gallons with the air conditioning on. That equates to 30 miles to the gallon. So I'm not sure how that happened. Got a little butt right here. Tired little butt. And a little butt back there. Well, Mama has a fun kid-free day with dress shopping and girl stuff and all that fun stuff. So we're heading on home, and I'll keep you updated. Uneventful drive up from Terre Haute. Baby slept for most of the way. Yeah, we're the last 3 miles of the journey. I am ready to be home. It's been on 5 states I've been in. But well, guys, this is gonna be the end of the video. Think the biggest thing I took away from this trip would just be the generosity of some people down that way. Obviously, my friend Jacob, it's a no-brainer. But there when I was at that Dollar General parking lot, taping those CV boots at 10 o'clock at night, I had 4 or 5 people come up and, offer help. Want to know if I needed a flashlight held. And that's just something you don't get up here in northern Indiana. Very, very seldomly, I should say. There are some people who are quite thoughtful in that regards. But the one that really stuck with me was this one guy who came up and talked to me at that Dollar General. He asked if I needed anything. I was like, well, they don't have electrical tape here at the Dollar General we're at. And that would be dandy if I had some. Because I really wanted to use electrical tape instead of the duct tape. But he said, well, I got a little bit, not much, but something. And he goes in the trunk of his car and pulls out this little roll of duct tape, about yay big. There's only a couple feet left on it. And you could tell it was a pretty old roll of duct tape. And he said, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, it's not a lot, but it's what I have, and this roll of duct tape's 28 years old. I mean, not duct tape, electrical tape. And he said his roll that his dad used to have, and always carried around with him, ever since he was this guy was a little kid. And yeah, his dad gave it to him, and he gave me the last little bit of it. And the male audience will understand. That's there's some sentimental value to that, and he just gave me it. But this was, definitely a experience that I've never had, and I'm very thankful for. Just going and traveling across the country, buying a car and driving it home. I've always wanted to do that, and it's another thing off the bucket list I've accomplished. That was not the most flashy and snazzy car out there, but it's one of the nicest ones I've ever owned. So I'm pretty proud of that. Since I've gotten it home, I've done a coolant flush, and I got new axles in, and a few things like that. It's actually been a week now since I actually got home that I'm making this video. But yeah. Thank you guys for following along. Don't mind the dogs. Thank you guys for following along for this journey. And if you haven't already and you're still here at the end of the video, really appreciate a like and subscribe. And I'll see you for the next one. Thanks, and God bless y'all.